He is our Sunday school teacher. He wears that hat. He is a man of God. He is a wonderful husband. He's a great father. And he's loyal to this space and this place. And he loves all of you. And thank you for supporting this idea called Los Angeles Third Church for Spiritual Living. So without further ado, let us welcome your Reverend Paul, my money.
That's so kind. You must have did something good. But you know, that is actually the key to our success. It is being good to ourselves. It is knowing that the thing in which we're all striving to do is going to come from us. Because we are the ones who get to decide how to react to this thing we call life. And a lot of times, I'm pause and slow myself down because I was about to get ahead of myself. You know, and in truth, and that's what we all do in life. You know, sometimes the excitement of the moment, we get to moving, and we get to thinking, and we start reacting to what we think we should be doing, and then we go too fast. Right? And these are things that we have to learn in our own lives so that we can be true to ourselves. And it's okay, we're going fast. As long as you recognize you're going fast. Because it takes a different type of control when you're going fast. Right? Your mind has to be locked in to what it is you're doing so that you can make the right move when you need to. Because sometimes going 80 and 90 just happens. Because we feel like it's open, and we just put on the gas. It's like, man, these cars today feel like they ain't going no fast at all. So it is with our lives. You know, I want to thank the practitioner, Bridget Penson, for setting the moment, setting the tone, and laying the foundation for us to be open and receptive to this idea of the Word made flesh. And I want to thank the band, Ron Bishop, Dexter Story, Trevor Ware, and my main man, Brother Sherman Sledge, because it is about being within oneself and allowing it to activate through them that they can provide what is necessary for all of us to see the way in which we should be and react. So the Word made flesh, 87 years, my God. There is some prayers that have been answered. There has definitely some awakening that has happened in order for anything to stand and be around for 87 years. It took some patience. It took some kindness, some love, some consideration, some empathy, everything to make it work. So I also, too, drew from Science of Mind, Chapter 8, the power of thought. Okay? But before I get into that, I want to start with a definition I found from Fillmore in regards to the Word. And Fillmore says, the vehicles through which ideas make themselves manifest. Words that have in them the realization of perfect, everywhere, present, always present, divine life. And our oneness with this life are dominant in the restoration of life and health. When spiritual words abide in man's consciousness, the word or thought formed an intellectual and sense mind must give way to the higher principles of being. The whole consciousness is then raised to a more spiritual plane. Affirmation of words or of truth realized in consciousness bring the mind into just the right attitude to receive light and power and guidance from spirit. So to sum that all up, basically what it's saying is when we tune in to spirit, life, within our consciousness, we begin to hear from the thing that we're looking for. See, the problem with life, or for us, is that because we're so visual, that if we don't see it, sometimes we don't trust or believe that it's even going to happen. It's being lost because, and if you think about life has never been anything other than what we asked for. Right? Sometimes we are slow to receive because the awakening that we have has not caught up to what we really think. I'll get into the belief and contact later on. But this is when we have to know ourselves. And it goes back to what I said in the beginning. When we can slow it down and recognize that we're doing it. See, it's okay to be out of alignment, but it's recognizing that we're out of alignment and then we turn back. Right. That is the key. That is what is so critical about this life. Yes. Every mistake that we have all made in life was done out of a curiosity we had. But what is curiosity? It is learning how to live. That's right. See, we're looking for that place that we're supposed to be. Yes. And so we go over here and things happen and then we say, I don't know if I should have done that. But the only thing took you over there was our curiosity to learn. And then once we know that this thing is not for us, not that it's wrong, but it's not for us, then we make the adjustment. Yes. See, and so then it says, first is intelligence, then the word, the idea, the image, the concept, then the movement toward the thing. See, first of all, God is all there is. Yeah. And that is the first base, and that is the only reason that any of this even exists. See, the intelligence brought forth all things. Yeah. Right? And from that is the word spoken, the image seen, right? And the concept. Then it works out. Then it reveals itself, it shows up in our lives. See, Moses was given the word too. See, and we all have our own word. And so Moses' word was to help him develop a nation. See, because when you're coming out of darkness, you need to have an understanding of what it is we're supposed to do so that we don't hurt each other, right? Because we're building a nation. See, they just came out of a place that was not good for them. It was hard work. They was making bricks with no straw. See, we think all this came from Rumpelstiltskin. You see, but this story's been told a long time ago. Right? How hard the people worked in order to know that there's a better place for them that is coming. So Moses was given the word to take them to the promised land. How do we get to the promised land? We got to have an idea of it. If we don't have an idea or a concept of what it is that's great, how are we going to see it? How are we going to get there? You know, unlike, today when you can just ask Siri, and Siri can get you there, right? You got to ask God, and he may not respond in the way and the voice that we think it will. See, and that's what's so critical. But we are disturbed because of the fact that we're wounded. You see, and these wounds that we carry around is the reason that we can't see God. Our wounds and our frustrations is the reason that we don't love one another the way should. Because we're looking at our wounds and nobody helped us overcome them. And so we constantly looking at people, judging them based on what happened to us. Instead of just saying, you know what, right here, right now, I love my life. I love the way things are going. I love that I made it out of. I love that I have changed. I love that I understand that I have this new awareness about my life.
Come on now.
I love that now I can move forward in the hope and the belief of something greater that's going to happen for me. We got to see that. We have to love it without a doubt, regardless of what happens. No one gets to greatness without pain. No one. You find one person who became successful and wasn't hurt. We can't find them. But in the discovery of our lives, we're supposed to understand what we need to do in the hurt. What adjustments need to be made in our lives. See, it's learning is the whole thing. You know, it's like, you know, when we were kids, we were all excited to go to school. I'm talking when we were little now. You in preschool and kindergarten, you're excited to go. Yeah, mind wide open. Whatever they feed you, you just absorb it. Choo, 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 choo. Then all of a sudden, got hit by a dodgeball. Tearball hit you in the face. Right? Somebody bullied you. This changed the way that we felt about school. Some of us didn't want to go. I get embarrassed because of what we had, right? Because of what we were afraid of, what was going to happen to us when we got there, or the way that they saw us, or the way my shoes was. All these things that don't matter, don't even matter at all. But it's the belief in self and the power that we hold within ourselves is what propels us forward. And then those of us, you know, who can stop the tether ball, who can jump a little bit, do a couple pull-ups, sit-ups, you know, we thought it was good. Right? So we kept going because we wanted everybody to see us, you know, throw the ball, hit it up the tether ball, and when the teacher put on the board who won, we victorious. Man, we gotta know who we are. And that's really all I'm saying, you know. And then that's why Paul said when I was a child, I thought I was a child, I did things that way. But see, then when we become a part of a new understanding, we have to change that. We can no longer see ourselves as hurt. Like, we're not hurt. Yeah, we were hurt, but we're not hurt. Like, yeah, it was some pain. Yeah, it was frustrating. Yeah, I was disappointed. But I'm here I am. Like, that was then. Like, we are as strong as we imagine ourselves. But see, we don't recognize our strength because we were wounded. See? And oh yeah, sometimes it was intentional, you know, and sometimes it was just to keep us in line. Because some of us deserved it. Right? And that was the way in which they knew how to put us back on the path. Right? And that's why some of us who are more mature, we know that they didn't mean it in the way that it felt. We understand that. Right? But today, they wouldn't understand that. And that's what we got to recognize who we're dealing with. Our millennials, our nephews, our nieces, they wouldn't understand that type of training today. So we have to come to them in a way that they can recognize and understand from their perspective. Right? So we have to change. Not change, but just like we have to understand that it took a change for us to do better, for them to stop, leave us alone. Or get off our back, if you will, right? Because sometimes that stuff was necessary and sometimes it was overbearing, right? And so, you know, our experiences is building our character. See, man is the consumption of the word. His spirit has within it the connection to all that is contained within the word. See, because the word was in the beginning, and the word was with God. So if the original intelligence is speaking into existence life, and therefore we come from it, yes, we have it. Yes. It's no different than us having the RNA and DNA of all our ancestors. Right. You got it. Right. So whomever we see that is great in our family tree, guess what? It's in you. That's right. It's in you. Yes. It didn't miss. It didn't skip. It's not recognized. That's all. It's not recognized because of the womb. It's not recognized because of the womb. Because we've been hit. Because we don't know who we are. So our pain covers up our true selves. Pain has a way to make you think about it more than it does to allow you to think about how great and powerful you are. Come on. It's just like wearing them shoes that are too tight. They look good on your feet, right? But they hurt. And since they hurt, you can't even enjoy it. But you're like, man, when I bought them, they look so good. But man, my feet hurt. You know, and this is how we have to see life. In order to overcome like struggles and strife in our life, we have to be able to, it is encouraged that we're able to look at life from our own perspective. Like we should be able to, it would be nice if we can look at the Bible and see from it how we need to use it. You know, because it is only a guide, it is only a way, it is only revealing principles of life that we need in order to be successful. So then, since the word is perfect, see, Jesus expressed this perfect word of God as spiritual man. He said, the word became flesh and dwelt among men. Tag. You ready? Can't look outside. Gotta look within. See, as thought is the only mode of manifestation of mind, it follows that the way to accomplish such a manifestation is to think thoughts that we know corresponds to the purity and the best customs of life. You see, if we're thinking about how difficult it is, we can't see to the greatness that we're headed. You know, and if you think about all our ancestors, you never, yes, they complained, but to come out of, they always spoke about a greater place, a greater adventure, a new day, a new horizon, a new way, a better expectation of. And then when we learned that, you know, it was okay to complain, we started complaining. And we stopped seeing a brighter day. But yet we say we want a brighter day. But yet we talk about how bad the day is. This day has brought me nothing but misery. I can't believe that they did that to me. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm sitting in the midst of greatness, and I'm going to allow something perfect and wonderful happen to me today. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what time it's going to happen. But I know today I'm going to receive something that's great. We don't talk to ourselves like that anymore. Right? No, she had no business. I don't know why she talked to me that way. Well, you know, sometimes we deserve some of the reactions we get from people, but we should also look at why. What do we do? It's always a reflection on self. Right? All of us, it says, will be changed by the renewing of our minds. Yes. Can't change unless you change your mind. Right. Can't, it ain't gonna happen. Right. Live your life the way you want, but if we're talking about achieving things, gotta do it the right way. You know, that's why in sports they talk fundamentals. Right? Everything is fundamentals. And then that's the part that most people miss out on, are the fundamentals. And then, when everybody else catches up to the great athlete, because he can run, jump, but he don't have the fundamentals, when people wonder, like, what happened to so-and-so? Well, he didn't have the fundamentals, so then it no longer looked the way it was supposed to. Because people catch up. As you get older, the maturation processes catches you up to those who are developed early, who didn't practice, and you practice, you're going to be pretty good. And so it is with our lives. If we want to live a good, God-fearing, spiritual, word-made flesh life, we got work to do.
Yes.
We ain't got time to be lost in all these other transactions. Right? It's time to recognize who's fooling who. Who is fooling who? We are fooling ourselves if we continue to do the things that no longer provide for us or give to us those things that we need. Stop it! I don't see no teenagers like, man, we're great. And I dare any one of us to stand up and live this great life. I dare you. And find out and recognize what God can really do. Because if we say we want healing, it ain't no way it can't happen. See, and that's the difference between truth and possibility. See, truth don't change. Yeah, I may feel, but if I feel doesn't mean I can't overcome. See, and if you can overcome, then that means you can be healed, you can be renewed, we can be restored. That's why it says in truth, yeah, I got sick. Yeah, I was coughing. Okay, but all that changes. And we all learn that, and because sometimes we learn that, we no longer attach it to our spirituality. See, we just give it, oh man, that's the way it is. I get sick, I'm only down a couple of days. That's all. A couple of days and I'm back up and out. I'm good. Nah. Greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. See, that inner me knows and recognizes the power that I have. But me that's walking out here dealing with stuff, I can talk about how it hurt. I can talk about how it didn't feel so, or how I was mistreated. Yeah, I recognize it, but I don't need to. Because now I don't have my blinders on. That's why, of course, from the blinders, don't want to see all that distraction. See, we got to catch these metaphors and apply them to our lives. That's all it is. But we're intelligent, and because we're intelligent, sometimes, you know, my daddy used to say, don't be too smart and too big for your britches. And you can be an educated fool. But in other words, what it was saying is, understand and know you ought to take your intelligence and use it in a way that you know what you're doing, you're applying it, and you're not dominating people, but you're encouraging. You're inspiring. Right? So that we can all see the way. Because it's about seeing the way. That's how we're going to get there. Yeah. Right? It's just like, so when Moses was in the wilderness and he's telling the people, I got to go to the mountain, and I got to get the word, and I got to come back. Moses left. And he come back, man, they popping gold, they partying, man. They got everything going on. And Moses come down like, I can't believe this. I'm trying to lead these people to a place that the promised land from all this hurt and turmoil. But they were comfortable because that's what they were doing. They were having parties. They were having a good time. And it was okay. But yet, they had a new idea, and that's why it took a while. The book said it took them 40 years. See? So when we don't get in line with what it is we're supposed to do, it just takes some time. See, that's all, it just takes some time. So now that we're aware of this, we got to get our time back. You know? So in order to do this, we need to speak and think in terms of being confident in our awareness of the power that resides within us. Use it to deflect, accept it for guiding and protecting us through all the obstacles that may hinder our progress. See, our ancestors, they discovered this, that if we change our thinking, that we can change our lives. And so they said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That we believe, that we touch and hear, we can achieve. And so then Nike came along today, and Nike said, just do it. So it's just another slogan, right? Just do it. So this is how we have to see ourselves. See, basically, this is just letting us know that this is how we have to think and act in our life. See, our words are made flesh through the thoughts and perceptions and our beliefs. Okay? See, there are experiences we have, such as poverty, mental and physical abuse, that has weakened our connection with God to a degree that we feel disconnected from the source, due to us experiencing this trauma. In other words, our negative experiences make us skeptical of the power and questions our own abilities. See, it's that I know I do, but since this happened to me, it can't be so. Like, you know, like some of us, we blame God. Well, why did God let this happen? You know, and it's not that God is allowing anything to happen. What's happening is that we're in a situation that is not for our highest good, and we allow it because we still have the choice to remove ourselves from that situation. And sometimes we may remove ourselves too slow. Right? But even though it was slow, we still know it's time to go. And once you know it, then that's what you have to do. See, you can't blame no one else because you decided to stay. Right? But also in the same thing, we can't give up on those who may still need us. See, that's a little contradictory in the thing. You see? So it's the awareness. But what it's really saying is that you may have to do it from afar. Yeah. See, sometimes you have to teach someone from over here. You can't teach them up close. Right? But we have to live from within our own power, the unique way that we are. Yeah. We still got to be loving. Because if we're not loving, it's recognized. Okay? People recognize that we don't love them back. Okay? Contrary to how slick we think we are and what we're saying, people hear our words. And that's why it says it is made flesh. These words are so powerful, you know, that it hurts some of us and we carry them for years. And it happened 30, sometimes 40 years ago. That's how powerful it is. And we still walking around with that. And it's like, man, you ain't overcame that yet? No. Because we don't address it. You see? So Ernest Holmes states that when this happens, the possibility of healing physical disease, changing environment, attracting friends, and demonstrating supply through the power of right thinking. Only through right thinking that it can happen. It rests entirely on the theory that we are surrounded by an infinite mind which reacts to our thought according to the law. Because it's only going to respond, right? So the thing what happens is that, see, we think a thing, and then what happens is we reflect on what has happened. And that feeling stops us from achieving. Like for instance, I can say, I want $1 million. Right? We can say that, but yet our words from our past has been, Rich people go broke. Rich people aren't happy. See, we've said these things, and you said that is in you. And so therefore, because we've said those things, we don't really believe that it's attainable, or we are fearful to obtain it. You see that? Because of what we've thought about it is the reason we haven't touched it. Even though I didn't say that today, though. Yeah, but you said it. And the law don't recognize that you said it 40 years ago. They don't recognize that you said it 3 days ago, an hour. They don't recognize, they know that you said it, so therefore it's something about us that believes it. So how can we attain something that we don't even believe ourselves? And the very thing that we worship, we condemn it. It won't happen. It can't happen. And this is why we got to see ourselves new. We have to see ourselves as changing. And you know, it says in the blink of an eye. So that means it can happen instantly. But we got to work on it. We have to do it. So you know, in closing, I'm going to say that we need to trust and believe that we already have this thing, and we just need to monitor ourselves, give the love, respect, and integrity and patience that we want. Because when we do that, we are laying the foundation for it everywhere. Go lay foundation. Amen.